Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our Swiss chocolate run. And just last episode, we sold a few cows, got our next batch of cows over to the maternity ward. There's only about 4 of them, but it's a start. And dropped off some milk. So we got, good chunk of milk over here in the chocolate factory. Next batch we'll send over to the cheese factory at some point. But yeah, that's it. So I think it's time to fast forward, get our new babies, and go from there. I guess I can pay off a little bit of this loan. Just try and save a little bit of money where we can. This next month is basically the first month that I really need to seriously consider what we might be planting on that extra field, because there's a lot of various things that will be available for me this next month. Alright, so let's grab our tractor. Is the grass ready to grow, harvest yet? Yes. I thought it would be, but I couldn't remember. Alright, so we'll get that mowed up here in a moment. First things first, let's come over here. Pick up... how do we want to do this? Probably pick up the baby cows first. Go drop them off. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to pick up the babies. All 4 of you. Move to the trailer. Just out of curiosity, how does it look here? Yeah, I think we're okay. Alright, so let's go drop you off. Looks like we're going to need some more straw and TMR again. And then when I drop these off, I'm going to pick up 2 cows that I'm okay with selling. Go pick up the other 4 cows over there and just sell those 6 cows all together. I think that will be the plan. And I guess while I'm going to the animal place, I might as well pick up I was going to just buy the 2 cows and just drop them off here, like as in auto transport, but I guess if I'm going to go all the way over there, I might as well buy the 2 cows while I'm over there. So, okay, so you babies, move to the husbandry. The cows that I want to pick up will be anything that's been a while since they've reproduced, but is over 36 months old. It's going to have to be these 43-month guys. Yep. I mean, they're halfway to their next reproduction tick, but it's going to have to be these guys. Okay, so we'll move you to the trailer. What's the next batch of cows that's going to have? It's going to be these 8. So we'll only move 6 of them over. Alright, so you 4 come with me. 60 months. Goodness. Assuming the contract still never popped up. Oh, we did get some contracts finally. Okay, good. So it was just a kind of a winter thing. Forge header. That would be kind of cool to have at some point, but we're a long ways away from a forage harvester. So we're picking up 2 cows to drop off to go with these 4. And then we'll move the 6 cows over to the maternity ward. A little bit of money helps us out a bit. Honestly, I probably will. Where I'm looking for these contracts. I mean, that one's a pretty good one we can pick up because we have the manure stuff for it. I wish we could do the slurry one, but we don't have a slurry spreader thing there. And I don't want to spend $2,000 on something, or like a couple $1,000 on something that's just for a contract. That doesn't feel good. All right, so we have, yep, 6 of these. Technically, the 2 I left over there would also have babies. Which I guess is okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Give us a couple extra babies to have. And then I guess we could sell the 10 oldest, or I guess we could sell, well, we won't be selling these cows though, because even though they just reproduced, we'd have to sell a different cow because these aren't quite old enough. And eventually we might get to the point where we don't have any cows to sell because they're just none of them are old enough. Will these time out where they are 36 months old? No. They'll be like 38 months old before I sell them. Was I going to sell them at 36? I thought that's what was the case. I think the reproduction got off because of some food mismanagement at one point. I could be wrong though. I could just have my numbers off. All right. Let's, I guess we'll take care of the food first. Actually, I probably should grab these contracts first. I'm going to not borrow items for you because I have the spreader thing. I might borrow items from one of these 2 just in case I need to use a solid fertilizer. No, I have liquid fertilizer. So no, we can accept all these without, if I run out of the stuff, then so be it. I can also accept the spraying. Or not. I guess one reason why I could have borrowed some equipment is so that I had an extra tractor, but I think we'll be okay. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I definitely have a lot of work to do with only one tractor. So we're looking for 14,000. All right, good enough. Seeing as we need 3 times as much hay for TMR as we do silage, I guess that's our ratio of how much we have available at any given time to help us to determine what we turn the grass into. All right, there we go. I think I will do something with the grass this round. We don't want it to get too high when we're trying to collect it. Are we really not? Oh, wow. Okay. So I can fast forward a little bit through the day before I do the straw later. All right, so that's done. Let's grab... What's next on our list? Go knock out a couple contracts just to get those done. It's nice to have free fertilizing solution, if you will. I mean, to be perfectly honest, we probably have enough slurry and manure to never have to buy any sort of fertilizer again if we had the right equipment. All right, while you're running, let me see. Oh, I guess I do need to decide what I am planting. Oh, goodness. What am I planting? I mean, at some point, we just need to plant something that's going to get us some money, I guess. But to be fair, it's not that big of a... that big of a field, so having to lease some equipment to harvest it just isn't worth that much to us in the grand scheme of things. I mean, we can continue to do sugar stuff. I mean, that's one thing we're doing, is we're just kind of sitting on the sugar, and we could start selling the sugar. I mean, if we got plenty of sugar for the chocolate, which we do, it's just not going anywhere. We have 10 months worth of sugar, effectively 10 and a half, but we'll say 10 months. And that'll make so it's 12,000 per... My brain's suddenly stopped working. 60,000 liters of sugar. 60,000 liters of sugar would be enough for... Goodness. I think I could do this. For some reason, I'm tired all of a sudden. 2,400. 25. We have 2 years worth of sugar available to us. Not counting the 35,000 that's sitting here and the 35,000 that's in our output. So, I mean, truth be told, we have double that. We've got 5 years, basically. 4 years, sorry. Of a little over 4 years of sugar available. I think we could definitely start selling some. Yeah. I think we've got to plant sugar beets. Keep the sugar beets going, and if we're not going to put it in the chocolate, we've got to start boxing it up and selling it, which does mean we need to write down the month that we sell sugar in so that I know when to start outputting it. It would be August. June's another backup month, but August. So, sell sugar. And then we're not quite there yet, but there might be a point where we have enough milk. I don't know if that's true or not. Let's see here. Did we make any milk this month? We made about 3,500 liters. Let's say we can make 3,500 liters a month normally. I mean, that's probably not too far-fetched. We use 3,600 liters of milk per month in the cheese alone. So we actually are not making enough milk to cover both of our things as is. I mean, we have plenty of milk for the chocolate. We'll have a little bit less cheese coming out because we're just going to put whatever we can over there and deal with the fact that it's just not going to be making as much. Speaking of cheese, it looks like it is filling up. Same thing with chocolate. We do need to go empty those out. Speaking of empty out, you are empty, my friend. Looks like we're going to need at least 3 loads full. Part of a 4th. Got a lot of stuff to do this month. So, yeah, I definitely should have borrowed a tractor, I guess. Sorry, buddy. I was looking at a menu. Go ahead. Almost scratched your paint. So how much is it to lease? Okay, so let's think of it this way. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this. So we need 24 plus. Oh, so we need goodness gracious. I know how to do this math, but my brain again. 28,800 liters of sugar per year. To make that much sugar, we need twice as many sugar beets, so that's 56 or 57,600. Liters of sugar beets. And let's try to figure out how much we make in a year here. We make, I already did the math, right? $12,000 a month times 12 months. Well, I knew that. 144,000. So make 144,000 liters of sugar a year, minus the 57,600 that we need for the chocolate. In case you're not sure what I'm doing, I'm trying to figure out if we can afford the equipment for sugar beets every year. That's 86,400 liters at a cost of say we got the 527. We can make $45,532 a year off of sugar beets. And the equipment costs I mean, if we went the cheap equipment, it is like a fraction of that. I know that. I just wanted to see. It's going to be what, 4 times the amount. So it's going to be about $5,000-6,000 plus planters and things like that. So we could probably do it for $10,000 on the cheap, which gives us, $35,000 profit. Not bad. If we went with the expensive route, I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to borrow just enough money so I can actually look at the numbers. Just because I want to know, and I could figure it out, but because it's like divided by 19 or something like that. But I don't really want to deal with that. Honestly, if I'm going to go big on the sugar beets, I mean, this one right here is fine, right? Like, this is still pretty good. It's a 2.7 meters. Is it the same one? No, this is a 4 meter. And then this one is a, what is that one? Why am I not seeing the size? Oh, there's 3 meter. At least I thought I saw it for a second there. No, I'm not seeing it. So maybe it was not it. How much was this? How big was this one? I mean, the biggest thing about this was not so much the size of the header. It was more the fact that I had to unload it like so often. It's 3 meters, so it's actually a little bit wider. But again, it's the unloading. This goes 9 miles an hour. Can this go any faster? I'd have to look at this. 6, really? It's actually slower. Wow. So if I really want to make any sort of like gains at all, I'd probably need to get one of these two. I mean, it's only 25,000 bucks. I say only, you know what I mean, though. Which means we still make some profit off of it. I mean, I still probably will go with the cheap one initially, but it might work our way up to the more expensive one at some point. I forgot, I didn't realize I had this other one over here too. I mean, that's pretty good too. Yeah, I mean, there's options. Maybe 30,000 bucks. I'd only make $15,000 profit off of that. Is it really worth it? For that, probably not. And that, truth be told, though, there might be some extra sugar beets on top of everything. I haven't actually done the math on how many sugar beets I actually would make on the field. Oh, fine, you're done. Can I see how much sugar beets I got last time? Let's see. I think don't I have that somewhere? I'll look here in a second. All right, let's check here. I thought we had yields information. Here, didn't we? We got 161,000 liters. Which is actually not enough. Now, that might not have been like the most optimal. I can't remember if we had that one fully fertilized and everything. I think we did, didn't we? We put lime down. We've got manure down. Yeah, no, I think that was it. I think that was the most that we could get from this. 161,000 liters. Because the reason I'm saying that is because we need 288,000 liters in order to fully stockpile the sugar beet factory for the entire year. I mean, there is an option of, if we think we're good on grass, doing a little bit of sugar beets here as well. But we would need another, I mean, another 50% more would at least get us close. There's also the option of doing sugar beets, do all sugar beets on all of our fields, and then do grass, one cycle of grass in the middle there. I don't know if that would be enough grass. Oh, I did not mean to reset that. Oh, I think I reset that one. That's okay. And it's not going to tell us how many we've done. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I just realized we're way over time. So I'm sitting here trying to do some math and stuff. Is one cycle of grass, because if we planted it in October, right? We can still plant grass in October. You can, yep. So we planted in October when we harvested the sugar beets. We would be able to harvest it. Only time we wouldn't be able to harvest it until I think March, right? I don't think we'd be able to harvest until right now because of the fact that we have winter. I think we could technically harvest it in November if it grew in time, but obviously it's not going to grow in time. So alternatively, we could harvest the sugar beets in November, plant them in April. That gives us a planting of grass in November, harvest in March. Makes no difference. So yeah, we only get one harvest. But we would get a harvest on all of the fields. And that's actually a big deal. Because this field is as big as... Okay, so it's almost like two harvests. Because this field is as big as those two combined. Right? Or pretty close to it. So that actually might work. Just alternate between sugar beets and grass over and over and over again. In that case, we would get more sugar beets than we need. Because I think we would get 166,000 or 160,000 double, 320,000. And we only need 288. So we would have actually a little bit of extra sugar beets left over to just, I guess, sell sugar beets if we wanted to. Most likely we wouldn't, but, you know, we're very close to that where we want to be. Oh, hello, you're already done. All right, well, since we didn't borrow any equipment for anything, we can go ahead and turn this in. Get us a little bit of money. I got to figure out how I'm going to do these. Well, yeah, we're going to put a cut in there. I went way over time, but just trying to work through stuff. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.